Okay, so can you please tell us more about yourself, Matthew?
Okay, first of all, can you hear my voice very well?
Yes, we can. Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, I'm Matthew, originally from Eastern Cape. I speak Xhosa.
Okay.
I've got a matric in maths and science, and also I've got a diploma in IT software development.
Okay.
Yeah, so after I graduated, I've chosen graphic design, some sort of as a career since I was more knowledgeable in it. So I've got huge experience with graphic design. Then,
Okay.
however, as time goes by, I started to be more interested in coding since I've got a software diploma for it. And then what I did, I decided to combine my graphic design skill and my coding skill. Hence, I'm pursuing a career in web design, or rather call it front-end development.
Okay.
So that is me in a nutshell.
Okay. Thank you so much. And can you please tell us why are you interested in this role?
Okay. When I checked your website, I just saw that you are a digital marketing company, which means you've got web design and also web development. But what also interested me most on the role is that um, your company doesn't just offer web design and web development. You guys also like offer some sort of digital marketing services, which is in my experience, in creativity, it also encompasses like branding. I've once worked as a brand strategist, so I like challenges that relate to customer requirement. Let's say a customer contact us and they say, okay, they are having this marketing campaign and this is what they want to achieve with the campaign. And also, let's say these are the resources that they have. So instead of, let's say, me working as a designer where I just sit on a desk and I just deal with coding or only WordPress. So what interests me in your company is that we are solving business-related solution, even though on my side, I will be tackling the visual aspects of it, which is the web design and aesthetics. But in overall, we are trying to help clients to get the most out of their online presence.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much for that answer. And can you please tell us about your current job roles and responsibilities?
Oh, okay. Okay. At the moment, I am not currently employed, but however, since when I'm not employed, I also continue with my coding passion. I've got a website called hyanda.co.za. The vision behind I'm creating a platform for job seekers online that doesn't have ads. So that one, I can say it's my hobby, something that I'm working on. The website is currently live. I have studied it from scratch, from graphic design, color themes and color palette, the look and feel, and also the vision of the brand, even though it's my brand. So from there, after that, I have some sort of planned the user experience and also the user interface using Adobe Illustrator. And then from then I went to CSS, which is the actual coding. I'm also responsible for the back end. How does the software save some job and it displays some job? And then on the other side, I've been practicing your WooCommerce. So that's what I'm currently doing now. I'm not employed, but I'm just pushing myself to see how far can I go with my career.
Okay, thank you. So you said it's called Payanda.
Yeah, if you type www.hyanda.co.za, then everything that you will see there, it's something that I'm busy developing.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, can you please tell us your thought process when you're creating a website.
Okay, let's say the client will obviously tell me or ask me that, okay, can you please design a website for me? First of all, I like to gather requirements. Some people, they call it a brief, but I don't call it a brief, because when it's a brief, it's one directional. It means that the client is telling me what to do. The reason why I like to call it gathering requirement, I will be asking the client questions that will help us, me and the client, to achieve their goal. So in gathering requirement, first of all, I have to ask them, why do they want a website? Do they want an informational website? Do they want an e-commerce? What is the overall intention? If me and the client, we are clear on that, at least that's the starting point, because we know that as soon as I'm done, we will tick to say that, okay, we have achieved the goal. So I start with gathering all the requirement. That will include what goal are we looking at? Secondly, I will go to the company brand, which is the company brand includes, do they have a style guide? Do they have a logo? Most clients, they come with logos that are only pictures, which at some point they might affect my work as a designer or their brand. If maybe they are interested on me, some sort of retracing their logo so that we can get a good quality. Obviously, we will talk about that, me and the client. Maybe it's going to come with an extra charge, or I will help them. So I start with gathering requirement. After that, I will go to the planning, which is the planning is the stage where I'm looking at my goal. What is it that I want to achieve? And then I will some sort of imagine or do a research on the persona. Who is the person who is most likely to use the website? Let's say our website, it's more of a fashion kind of a website or an e-commerce. And also I need to imagine that which target audience is going to use the website. Let's say it's 20 to 30. Then once I have that in my planning, I come up with themes, images, and pictures that will target that audience. Obviously, that will include the user experience and the look and feel of the website. Once I'm done with that, I create a mock-up. A mock-up is just a document that I will send to the client to give them an idea of how I have interpreted the requirements that they gave me visually, so that if they are having some changes, maybe let's say they want to change the colors or they want to change the pictures, so that we can resolve those issues. Because I believe, as much as I am a creative specialist, but I am not here to reinforce my ideas to the client. I must respect that the client, they know their brand, but they just need me to guide them visually on how to present it. So from there, after the mock-up, I will get to some sort of a first draft or a first prototype of the website, which is, it's all it's a page that has got more of HTML and CSS, no functionality at the moment, just for him to go, so just for the client to log in, to go to the website and use it and see if are we on the same page. That will mean when I'm coding, obviously, even when I'm using WordPress, I will go to WordPress, install all the plugin and do some sort of a first revision. Once the client approves that, and then I will go on to do the final revision. And then once we are done with the final revision, we're just gonna recap, me and the client, to see if we have did what was expected of me to do.
Okay, thank you so much for that answer. And then also, can you please tell us the major challenges you faced and how did you overcome them?
Okay, first of all, let's look at the web industry as a whole. As much as WordPress is a platform for even people who are not clued up about coding, for them to code, but the solution of WordPress comes with some sort of, what I can say, let me just use monotone. let me use monotonous design. This is what I'm trying to say when I'm saying monotonous design. You'll find a digital agency having a same website that has got the same look and feel with the other, because we are using the same architecture, WordPress architecture. We are using the same plugin. So what I've found as a problem in the web designing industry is that as much as we are all using WordPress, there is a need for designers who can at least be able to extend the functionality of WordPress and also the functionality of the themes, so that, let's say, if we are designing a website for a client, they cannot feel like it looks like the same as their competitors. So my solution to that is to learn theme development and also plug-in development, so that I can identify myself, or I can some sort of uniquely single-handedly separate myself from the market, even though we are using the same WordPress plugin, but my design will be different, and also it will clearly reflect the brand of the client. If I'm just using the plugin as it is, it's going to have some limitation of which that might affect my own creativity. So that's how I solve the problem of website that looks the same. I'm working hard on being be able to change the theme and also to change the plugin to come with different to come up with websites that are different, and also some sort of engaging or visual more visual appealing websites.
Okay, awesome, thank you. And can you please tell us your strengths and
the strength and the weaknesses, or only the strength?
No.
Or is it strength and weakness?
Yeah.
Or only my strong points?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, your signal broke up there. Sorry, Matthew. It's your strengths and your weaknesses, hey?
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much. First of all, my strength is I am more analytical in my approach, which is when somebody asks me to do something, let's say a brief from the client, I don't just get to quickly do something. I've got some sort of I take a more analytical approach, which is in my problem solving approach, which is I will ask the client in detail so that I can get an understanding of what it is that I'm doing. Secondly, I would like to say I've got some communication skills. I can communicate with the client clear and get the exact details of what needs to be done. And also, I have been in terms of my experience, I've been solving business related problems. Hence, I like to call myself as a corporate creative. Like I'm not just a creative or a general creative, but I do well with corporate problems. For instance, whenever you speak to a client in a briefing session, you will find out that even though the clients, they are looking for a website, but they have got a brand story, which as a person, at least who have been working with clients, I do understand that I can extract that story for them that is unique and present it in a more visual and also engaging way. So my strength will be communication, also experience in the industry, and also with regards to the job, I know a little bit of copywriting. I'm a big fan of Ogilvy, the guy who coined the term "give me a freedom of a tight brief," which is known as the father of advertising. And also, I'm a big fan of Christo, a guy who's a designer and also is also into marketing. So that will be my strength. My weaknesses will be sometimes I overanalyze. Like sometimes I take too much in the thought process and analyzing, which it might delay me. And also in terms of speed, I am not that guy who does things the quickest, I must admit, but I brand myself as someone who try to do things right the first time, every time.
Okay, thank you so much. Can you please go on and tell us your greatest achievement so far today?
Okay. First of all, in terms of web design and development, I once designed a software from scratch, even though it was Windows based. It was an accounting software. Obviously, I've tried to sell it, but like it didn't take off in the market. I also once designed an internet cafe program for time management. And also in terms of web design and development specifically, I once designed and developed a warehouse management system for a company based in Fourways, which they compete in the FMCG industry, fast moving and consumer goods. That program was web based, and it was fully functional, making use of SQL database and PHP, jQuery, and also CSS. And at the moment, I'm working on the website that I've told you about, which is Hyanda. So those are my greatest achievements for me.
Okay, thank you. And where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
Okay, in the next 5 years, since obviously my career is more of like in brand strategy, and also it has been in graphic design plus web design. Now I want to see myself some sort of a full stack developer in a way. When I'm saying full stack, this is what I mean. When it comes to web design and development, at least I must be able to carry a project through so that I can position myself to be able to get opportunities in terms of growth. For instance, if I've got an understanding of, let's say, design and development from client to back end and to finish, that will position me when an opportunity comes. Maybe I might be some sort of a senior in the role in what I do. So I want to be some sort of a specialist in 5 years to come, a web design and development specialist.
Okay, thank you. My last question to you, any questions for us? Do you have any questions for us?
Okay, I think I've got 2 questions for you. When I looked at your website, I didn't get a sense of your portfolio. Like for instance, some companies, they say this is what we have done and this is what we have done. Like some sort of a portfolio, and also I didn't see some sort of a list of your client. Like let's say, who are your client? Yeah, that was the only thing that I wanted to ask. Maybe is there something that maybe I don't know, or maybe anything that you guys might tell me why you don't have some sort of a link to a portfolio to what you have done, let's say a list of website or your work, and also your list of clients, some logos there. Let's say you did something for MTN and so on. So those are the only questions that I have.
That is actually on me. I have to apologize for that. The website crashed a few weeks ago and I was still meant to fix it, and I haven't. So there was a list of clients that we are working on and that we have. There was like a nice portfolio, but the functionality changed. So I had to go and reinvent the wheel and I didn't have time yet. But if you want to look at a few sites, you're welcome to look at switches.co.za, rappel.co.za. We also have containerworld.co.za, trojantrolleys.co.za. We work with a lot of big brands, but then also, again, your smaller guys as well. We mainly service the SME market.
Oh, okay, no problem. Understood.
Thank you, Tess. So I'm just gonna go to our next phase. That is our scoring sheet.